Hey everyone, welcome back to DemoHub Pod. We love to explore the cutting edge of tech and AI here.
Exact.
And today,
Yeah.
well, we are going deep
Okay.
on 6G,
Ooh.
the next generation of wireless tech.
Right. That's poised to revolutionize
Wow.
pretty much everything.
It's not just an upgrade.
Right.
It really is a complete
Yeah.
paradigm shift.
Oh, wow.
Imagine a world where
Mhm.
the physical and digital are seamlessly interwoven,
Whoa.
powered by near instantaneous data speeds. It's mind-boggling.
It is mind-boggling. And we've got research here from Nokia,
Okay.
Samsung, academic institutions,
Right.
and even some wild ideas
Okay.
about using the human body as an energy source.
Oh, okay.
So for all you tech professionals out there,
Mm-hmm.
this is about way more than
More than what?
faster downloads.
Right.
This is about the future of your work.
Exactly.
The tools you'll use.
Yeah. The very landscape of the tech industry.
Exactly. We're talking about smart cities that
Sure.
truly live up to the name,
Okay.
autonomous vehicles,
Okay.
communicating with each other
Yeah.
in real time,
Right.
and an industrial Internet of Things that makes today's connected factories look like child's play.
Okay, so let's unpack this. First things first.
Yeah.
What exactly is 6G?
Simply put, it's the sixth generation of mobile connectivity.
Okay.
But, as you might have guessed,
Yeah.
it's not so simple.
Right.
Building on the advancements of 5G,
Uh-huh.
6G is expected to launch commercially around 2030.
Okay.
And the key characteristics
Yeah.
are what make it truly revolutionary.
Like the speed, right.
Yeah,
I mean,
how about it?
our source from PC Gamer mentioned
Mm-hmm.
a research team hitting speeds of 938 gigabits per second.
Oh, wow.
They downloaded a massive video game in less than 2 seconds.
Golly.
Is that even real?
It is. And it highlights one of the biggest differences
Right.
between 5G and 6G.
Yeah.
While 5G operates in gigabits,
Mm-hmm.
6G utilizes terabits.
Okay.
That's a 1,000-fold increase.
Wow.
And it's achieved through advanced radio equipment and a wider range of frequencies,
Okay.
including the extreme high-frequency band.
Right.
These EHF waves are super fast,
Mm-hmm.
but work best over short distances.
So how do you achieve global coverage with a short-range signal?
Right.
That seems like a pretty big hurdle.
That's where the innovation really shines.
Right.
6G will leverage a combination of satellite technology
Okay.
and intelligent surfaces to bounce
Uh-huh.
and redirect signals,
Okay.
reaching even remote areas,
Yeah.
the skies
Yeah.
and oceans.
Okay, so it's fast.
Yes.
It's everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But what about this AI integration everyone's talking about?
Right.
That seems like more than just Siri getting a little bit smarter.
It's a fundamental shift.
Oh, yeah.
While 5G utilizes AI,
Hmm.
6G takes it to a whole new level
Okay.
with incredibly low latency,
Yeah.
under 1 millisecond,
Right.
and a distributed architecture.
Okay.
6G allows for truly real-time AI applications.
Okay.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Tasks that require complex computations
Wow.
and lightning-fast responses
Okay.
could be handled right at the edge of the network.
This is starting to sound like science fiction.
Yeah.
I'm picturing AI-powered robots collaborating in factories,
Uh-huh.
self-driving cars that can anticipate traffic patterns
Yeah.
before they even emerge,
Right?
and maybe even sentient networks.
Oh, wow.
Okay, maybe that last one's a bit too far out there.
We might be surprised
Yeah.
at what the future holds.
Right.
But you're right. The
Yeah.
potential of 6G
Yeah.
extends far beyond faster downloads.
So let's dive into some concrete examples.
Okay.
What kind of impact will 6G have on the services we use every day?
Imagine streaming 8K video without a hint of buffering.
Okay.
Video calls with holographic representations?
Yeah.
So realistic you feel like you're in the same room.
Right.
And data transfers happening almost instantaneously.
Oh, wow.
And that's just the beginning. 6G will also open doors to entirely new sensory experiences.
Oh, wow.
We're talking truly immersive extended reality, XR,
Right.
and high-fidelity holograms that allow for interactions that feel real.
So, you could attend a concert halfway across the world and feel like you're right there in the front row.
Yeah.
Or collaborate on a complex project with colleagues in different countries As if you were all in the same room.
Exactly.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's next level.
Mhm.
And our sources from Nokia and TechRadar are highlighting the potential for things like real-time holographic communication.
Right.
And even the ability to, like,
What?
feel objects remotely.
Oh, wow.
Is that even possible?
Might sound like science fiction, but the groundwork is already being laid.
Okay.
Tactile internet technology, which allows for the transmission of touch sensations over the internet, is already in its early stages of development.
So it's coming.
Yeah, and 6G's ultra-low latency and massive bandwidth will be crucial for making these types of experiences truly seamless and realistic.
Okay, I'm starting to get a sense of the scale of this.
Yeah.
But it's not just about the consumer experience, right?
Yeah.
What about the Internet of Things? How will 6G change the landscape for industries and businesses?
Think about it.
Yeah.
A massive expansion of connected devices, all with advanced capabilities thanks to 6G's power.
Oh, wow.
Picture real-time AI-powered robotics
Uh-huh.
working alongside humans in factories.
Okay.
Fully connected supply chains that optimize logistics with incredible efficiency.
Right.
And smart cities that use sensors to manage traffic flow,
Okay.
energy consumption,
Yeah.
and even public safety.
Wow.
All in real time.
And we can't forget about the potential for wirelessly charging devices over the network.
Right.
Our source from TechRadar highlighted this as a game changer,
Yeah.
especially for the deployment of countless low-power IoT devices. Imagine a world where you never have to worry about replacing batteries
Yeah, that's amazing.
in your smart home sensors or industrial equipment.
It's a very real possibility.
Wow.
And it speaks to the potential of 6G to not only transform industries, but also to address some of the pressing global challenges we face,
Okay.
such as sustainability and energy efficiency.
This is a truly global effort, isn't it?
It is.
Who are the major players driving the 6G revolution?
Governments,
Okay.
research institutions,
Okay.
and tech giants worldwide are vying for leadership
Yeah.
in this emerging field.
Wow.
We have major research projects like 6Genesis in Finland.
Okay.
It's a $251 million accretion initiative
Wow.
leading 6G research.
Okay.
And China has already launched a satellite for 6G testing.
Wow. It sounds like a real race to the future.
It is.
What about companies like
Yeah.
Samsung,
Okay.
Nokia, and Huawei? Where do they fit in?
They're at the forefront of 6G research and development.
Okay.
Samsung and Nokia are spearheading efforts
Mm-hmm.
in South Korea and Europe, respectively,
Right.
investing heavily in developing the hardware, software,
Okay.
and network infrastructure needed to make 6G a reality.
Right.
Huawei has been investing in 6G research since 2017,
Oh, wow.
envisioning what they call a connected intelligence era,
Okay.
where communication,
Yeah.
sensing, and computing are seamlessly integrated.
And our source from Technology Magazine also highlighted Apple's job postings seeking engineers to solve unprecedented challenges in 6G.
Right?
They're clearly not sitting this one out.
And they shouldn't.
Right.
The stakes are incredibly high.
Yeah.
6G is about more than just technological advancement. It's about economic competitiveness
Yeah.
and potentially reshaping the global power dynamics.
That's a good point. All this innovation is amazing.
It is.
But it's important to remember that technology is only as good as the people who wield it.
Exactly.
What about the human element of 6G?
Okay.
How will this technology impact us beyond the tech specs?
This is where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
6G will be crucial for Industry 5.0.
Okay.
It's a human-centric approach to manufacturing that focuses on the collaboration between humans and machines.
So imagine a factory floor where you're not just working alongside robots, but actually collaborating with them in real time,
Okay.
using augmented reality interfaces
Right.
powered by 6G's ultra-low latency.
Exactly.
It could fundamentally change the nature of work as we know it.
It really could.
It sounds almost utopian.
Yeah.
But with all this interconnectedness,
Yeah.
are there security risks we need to be aware of?
Yeah, absolutely.
After all, the more devices we connect, the more entry points we create for potential hackers.
That's a crucial point.
Yeah.
Security needs to be a top priority
Right.
from the ground up.
Okay.
The potential for data breaches and cyber attacks will only increase with the massive amount of data and the interconnected nature of 6G networks.
So it's not just about building amazing technology. It's also about ensuring that it's used responsibly and ethically, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
As we move towards this hyper-connected future, we need to think about the ethical considerations and potential downsides,
Right.
data privacy,
Okay.
cybersecurity, and even the potential for widening the digital divide are all challenges that need to be addressed proactively.
And what about the physical infrastructure itself?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we're talking about completely changing the way networks operate.
It is a big change.
How will 6G change the architecture of our networks?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
The shift to 6G will require a fundamental rethink of network architecture.
Okay.
The traditional centralized model of cellular networks will evolve into a more distributed and flexible system.
Right.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Edge computing will become much more prevalent,
Okay.
bringing processing power closer to the devices and users at the edge of the network.
So, like, instead of going back to the central server, the processing will happen on the device itself.
That's the idea. This is necessary to support the ultra-low latency and real-time processing demands of 6G applications like autonomous driving and tactile internet.
Nokia Bell Labs has been suggesting that AI and machine learning will play a much larger role in 6G networks than they currently do in 5G. What kind of impact will that have?
AI and ML will be essential for managing the complexity of these future networks. They'll be used to optimize network performance, predict and prevent outages, and even personalize the user experience based on individual needs and preferences.
It sounds like we're talking about networks that can learn, adapt, and even make decisions on their own.
Right.
Is that taking things too far?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
The concept of self-organizing networks, or SESN, is already being explored in 5G.
Okay.
6G will take this to a whole new level, allowing networks to autonomously optimize themselves in real time based on changing conditions and user demands.
So while 6G is still a few years away, it sounds like a lot of the groundwork is already being laid.
It is.
What are some of the key things that need to happen between now and 2030 to make this 6G vision a reality?
The development of new technologies is paramount. We need advancements in areas like antenna design, signal processing, suite, and material science to fully utilize the higher frequency bands that 6G will rely on.
And what about spectrum allocation?
Yeah.
Those higher frequency bands are a valuable resource, and there's going to be a lot of competition for access to them.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Governments and regulatory bodies will play a crucial role in allocating spectrum and setting standards for 6G networks.
So it's going to require international collaboration and careful planning to ensure a smooth and equitable rollout of 6G technology.
Right.
Speaking of challenges, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Security. We've touched on the importance of security. But how can we ensure that these hyper-connected 6G networks are safe from cyber attacks?
Right.
What kind of safeguards will be needed?
Robust security measures need to be baked in from the very beginning. We're talking about moving beyond traditional security protocols and exploring innovative solutions like quantum cryptography, which leverages the principles of quantum mechanics to create virtually unbreakable encryption.
That hacker story you shared earlier was a chilling reminder of just how vulnerable our increasingly connected world is.
It is.
If a single individual can wreak that much havoc, imagine what a well-organized cyber attack could do in a 6G world.
Exactly.
Where trillions of devices are interconnected.
It's a sobering thought. That's why the development of strong security measures alongside ethical frameworks and regulations is crucial.
So it's a pretty complex landscape.
It is.
With a lot of moving parts. What does all this mean for technology professionals like our listeners? What can they do to prepare for this 6G future?
The key is to embrace continuous learning. Stay informed about the latest developments in 6G technology, explore online resources and courses, and attend industry events to network with other professionals.
Our source from Extreme Networks stressed the importance of being bold, courageous, and collaborative. What do they mean by that?
It's about being willing to push the boundaries, to experiment with new ideas, and to work together to solve complex challenges.
So the future of 6G is not something that will just happen to us.
Yeah.
It's something we will create collectively.
Exactly.
So it's about being proactive and taking ownership of this technological revolution.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to challenge assumptions.
Right.
Think critically about the potential benefits and risks of 6G and engage in discussions about how we can shape this technology to create a better future for everyone.
That's an important reminder.
Yeah.
It's not just about the technology itself.
Right.
It's about understanding the human needs and societal challenges that 6G can help us address.
Exactly.
So as we continue to explore this world of 6G, what are some of the key questions we should be asking ourselves?
How do we ensure equal access to this powerful technology, preventing a digital divide that leaves some behind?
Right.
How do we protect privacy in a world of hyperconnectivity where data is constantly being generated and shared? How do we mitigate the risks of job displacement and ensure that the benefits of 6G are shared equitably across society?
Those are big questions.
They are.
And it sounds like we're just scratching the surface of what 6G is and what it could become.
Yeah.
But before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's bring it back to the present. Remember, 5G is still evolving.
Yeah.
And a lot of the advancements we're seeing in 5G are laying the groundwork for 6G.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
Nokia, for example, emphasizes that 5G advanced. The next evolution of 5G will be a crucial stepping stone on the path to 6G. It's focused on enhancing the existing capabilities of 5G, boosting speeds, improving coverage, and introducing new features that will pave the way for the even more transformative advancements of 6G.
So while we're all eagerly anticipating this mind-blowing 6G future, there's still a lot happening in the world of 5G that's shaping the path we'll take to get there.
Right.
It's like building a house. 5G is laying the foundation.
Yeah.
And 6G will be the incredible structure built upon it.
Exactly.
Right.
The evolution of 5G is happening right now. And understanding these advancements is crucial for grasping the full scope of what 6G will ultimately become.
This episode is absolutely packed with information.
Yeah.
And it's clear that 6G is going to have a profound impact on the tech landscape and beyond.
It is.
But before we wrap things up, I want to dig a little deeper into some of the more technical aspects of 6G.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, cool.
What specifically are you curious about?
Well, we've talked a lot about speed and coverage, but I'm wondering about the actual network itself. How will the architecture of the network need to change to handle the demands of 6G?
Right.
I mean, we're talking about trillions of connected devices, terabits of data flowing per second, and applications that require near instantaneous response times.
Right.
That seems like it would push...
Push what?
Our current network infrastructure to its absolute limits.
You're right.
Yeah.
The existing network architecture will need to evolve significantly to accommodate the requirements of 6G.
Right.
We're not just talking about incremental improvements.
Yeah.
We're talking about a fundamental shift in the way networks are designed and operated.
So where do we even begin?
Well, what are some of the key changes that will need to be made to our network infrastructure to make 6G a reality? One of the most significant changes will be the move towards a more distributed network architecture. As we mentioned earlier, edge computing will play a much bigger role in 6G. Instead of relying on centralized data centers to handle all the processing, 6G networks will distribute computing power closer to the edge of the network, closer to the devices and users that need it.
That makes sense. If you're talking about real-time applications, like autonomous driving or remote surgery, you can't afford to have any lag time.
No.
The data needs to be processed as close to the source as possible.
Exactly. By bringing processing power to the edge, you reduce latency, improve response times, and make it possible to support the demanding requirements of 6G applications. It also enables more efficient use of network resources and can even enhance security by keeping sensitive data closer to its source.
So edge computing is one piece of the puzzle.
Right.
What else will need to change?
Okay.
What about the spectrum bands that 6G will use? We're talking about frequencies far beyond what we use now for 5G, right?
That's right.
Okay.
The existing mobile communication spectrum will be refarmed, meaning that some frequencies currently used for other purposes will be repurposed for 6G.
Right.
Additionally, new higher frequencies, particularly in the millimeter wave and terahertz bands, will be utilized.
Right.
These higher frequencies offer much wider bandwidth, allowing for those blazing fast data speeds we've been talking about.
But there are challenges with using these higher frequencies, right?
Right. I remember reading somewhere that millimeter waves, for example, have difficulty penetrating walls and are more susceptible to interference.
You're absolutely right.
Okay.
That's why the development of new technologies like advanced antenna systems and signal processing techniques will be crucial for overcoming these challenges.
Right.
One promising technique is beamforming, which focuses radio waves into narrow beams, improving signal strength and reducing interference.
So it sounds like a lot of innovation is needed to make these higher frequencies viable for 6G.
It is.
What about the network itself?
Yeah.
How will it need to change to handle the complexity of trillions of connected devices and all that data flying around?
We're talking about a radical departure from traditional network architectures.
Right.
6G will utilize a combination of different network types. Each optimized for specific purposes.
To create a seamless and highly efficient network of networks.
Nokia has been talking about the emergence of network architectures designed to operate in specific environments, like factories.
Right.
Or even within cars. This is where the lines between traditional mobile networks and private networks start to blur. Right.
Exactly.
Right.
We'll see the rise of specialized networks tailored to meet the unique requirements of different industries and applications.
So give me an example.
For example, a factory might deploy a private 5G or 6G network to connect its machines and sensors, ensuring ultra-reliable, low-latency communication within its own ecosystem. These private networks can then connect to the wider public 6G network, creating a seamless and flexible infrastructure that can adapt to different needs and environments.
This is where it starts to get really mind-blowing. I'm picturing a world where networks are not just about connecting devices, but about creating a digital twin of the physical world.
Right.
A mirror world where every object, every person, every interaction is represented in the digital realm.
Exactly.
Is that where we're headed?
That's one of the most exciting and potentially transformative aspects of 6G. Network sensing. The network itself becomes a source of information about the physical world. It gathers data about our environment, about people and objects in ways that we're only just beginning to explore.
Nokia described it as the network becoming a mirror of the physical world. Gathering information not just about location, but also about the shape velocity and even the material properties of objects.
Wow.
Level of detail.
That seems almost incomprehensible.
It is.
Wow.
And it has profound implications. Imagine a world where the network can sense a traffic accident before it even happens.
Wow.
Or where a smart city can optimize traffic flow in real time based on the movements of every vehicle and pedestrian.
Wow. It's both exciting and a little bit unsettling, isn't it?
It is.
I mean, the potential for good is enormous. But there are also concerns about privacy and surveillance that need to be carefully considered.
You're absolutely right. As with any powerful technology, there are potential downsides that we need to be aware of and proactively address. The ethical implications of network sensing and the collection of vast amounts of data about our movements and interactions
need to be carefully considered.
It's
essential that we develop robust privacy protections.
And ensure that this technology is used responsibly and ethically.
Exactly.
This conversation is giving me a serious case of future shock.
Yeah.
I'm trying to wrap my head around all of this. Sentient networks.
Right.
Digital twins. The blurring of the physical and digital worlds.
And we've only just begun to explore the possibilities.
Right.
There's still so much we don't know about 6G and how it will ultimately shape our world.
Right.
But that's what makes it so exciting.
Right.
We're on the cusp of a technological revolution, and the possibilities are truly limitless.
And while the technology itself is incredibly impressive,
it is.
What strikes me is the human element.
Okay.
The potential for 6G to empower people, to connect us in new ways, and to address some of the most pressing challenges facing our world.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's about harnessing the power of this technology for good.
Right.
For creating a more sustainable, equitable, and connected future for everyone.
Well said.
Thank you.
It seems like we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive into the world of 6G.
We have.
But before we wrap things up, I'm going to touch on one more crucial aspect.
Okay.
Security.
Right.
We've talked about the importance of security, but with so much data flowing across these hyper-connected networks, how can we ensure that 6G is truly secure?
Right.
What kind of safeguards will be needed?
Security is absolutely paramount.
Okay.
We need to move beyond traditional security protocols and embrace innovative solutions that can withstand the increasing sophistication of cyber attacks.
That hacker story you shared earlier was a stark reminder that as connectivity increases, so do the opportunities for malicious actors. Right.
A single individual was able to wreak havoc on a major corporation's network.
Exactly.
Imagine what a well-organized cyber attack could do.
Right. Exactly.
In a 6G world where trillions of devices are interconnected.
It's a sobering thought.
It is.
And it highlights the urgent need to prioritize security from the very beginning of 6G development.
Yeah.
We can't afford to be reactive.
Right.
We need to be proactive, anticipating threats and building robust defenses into the very fabric of these networks.
So what are some of the key security measures that will be essential for 6G?
One promising area is quantum cryptography, which leverages the principles of quantum mechanics to create virtually unbreakable encryption.
Right.
Unlike traditional encryption methods that can be cracked with enough computing power, quantum cryptography relies on the fundamental laws of physics to protect data.
That sounds incredibly advanced. It is. Is that technology even feasible?
Well, for widespread implementation, it's still in its early stages of development.
Okay.
But significant progress is being made.
Right.
Companies like Toshiba and ID Quantique are already offering commercial quantum cryptography solutions.
Oh, wow.
As research and development continue, we can expect to see quantum cryptography become a key component of 6G security.
So it sounds like a multi-layered approach will be needed.
Yeah.
We're talking about traditional security protocols combined with cutting-edge technologies like quantum cryptography.
Exactly.
All working together to create a robust and resilient security framework.
Exactly. And it's not just about the technology itself. It's also about fostering a culture of security awareness among users and organizations.
Right.
Education training and best practices will play a crucial role in ensuring that 6G networks
are used securely and responsibly.
Okay, I think we've covered just about every angle of 6G imaginable in this episode.
Yeah.
From the technical details of network architecture to the societal implications of a hyper-connected world. It's clear that 6G is going to be a transformative force in our lives.
It is.
As we wrap up this deep dive, what's the one key takeaway you want our listeners to remember?
The future is not something that just happens to us.
Okay.
It's something we create.
Right.
6G is an incredibly powerful tool.
Yeah.
But it's up to us to use it wisely, ethically, and for the benefit of all.
I love that.
Thank you.
It's a call to action for all of us to be active participants in shaping the future of 6G.
Exactly.
So to our listeners, we leave you with this challenge.
Okay.
Think big, be bold, and be part of the conversation. What kind of future do you want to see?
Yeah, what do you want?
How can 6G Help us build a better world.
Share your thoughts and join the discussion.
Yeah.
The future of 6G and the future we create with it is in our hands.
Absolutely. And on that note,
yeah,
we'll wrap up this episode of DemoHub Pod.
Okay.
We've explored the cutting edge of 6G technology.
We have.
From its mind-blowing speeds and global coverage to its potential to revolutionize industries.
Right.
Connect us in new ways.
Yeah.
And even reshape the fabric of reality itself.
It's been an incredible journey.
It has.
And we're just at the beginning of this exciting new era of connectivity.
Before we go,
yeah,
a huge thank you to all of you.
Yes, thank you.
For joining us on this deep dive.
We appreciate it.
We hope you found it insightful and thought-provoking.
Yes.
We'd love to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, let us know.
On the potential of 6G.
Absolutely.
What excites you the most?
Yeah, what are you looking forward to?
What concerns do you have? Head over to our social media channels.
Yeah.
And join the conversation.
Thanks for joining us on this episode of DemoHub Pod.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on future episodes where we explore the cutting edge of tech and AI. We'll be back next week with another exciting deep dive into the world of emerging technologies. Until then, keep innovating, keep learning, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible.